What it do? This is my second go because it went up to like 16 minutes and I don't want to be waiting in front of the laptop for like 2 hours just for it to upload. So I'm gonna try to make this one nice and sweet. Collective here. It seems like we have somebody that wanted to offer you the world, your hopes and dreams. But it was all a dream, it was all a lie. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, what happened? Why did that flower die when I thought of you? Your ancestors are watching over this. Like, oh, heck no. They see that they wanted to trap you. Why? Because you're the star. And not only did they do this once, but they're trying it twice. Because they feel so left out and cold. Because the divine got you. And he brought you to calmer waters. And he's with you. That's the ghost. In you, dog. And you matured. I thought of it like this in a sense. It's like when your nails get long, you know, you clip them, they're no longer a part of you. That's what happened. You grew so apart, y'all grew so apart that it's like they're like no longer in your timeline. And you've ascended and they blocked. And you real and they fake. And you realize it was all an illusion. And they were trying to celebrate on holding your ass down and back, being obsessed with your energy and trying to dominate it and oppress you to fucking be bound. That's what they do, y'all. That's what these demons do. They try to find ways, you know, they enter the weaker vessel. And I don't mean physically weaker, I mean spiritually weaker, the one that doesn't know the truth, the one that isn't aware of the spiritual realm, the one that falls victim to the sins of life: gluttony, sloth, greed, pride, vanity, wrath. There's like 2 more. And it's like the divine has a hold on you, bro. And it's now they gotta watch you celebrate with your cups while they were, you know, celebrating too early with all their cups. You're celebrating in the fact that you freed yourself. And it's like now that you've done that, you've made space. We're like storages, y'all. When you get rid of a whole bunch of stuff you stop using, wearing, messing with, you created so much more space to bring in new. That's how we are as, you know, human beings. When you cut these cords that don't serve you, well, then it makes space for you to receive. But you have to have that discernment to know, okay, what am I allowing? 0333 in my temple, in my vessel, you know? But at this point, it's like, well, I've been through this. You know what I mean? So I know not to go down that type of route again. And look at you, King of Pentacles, 2 of Cups with the Empress. Looking like a victory here. That's pretty cool. Pretty interesting. I hope y'all are doing well. I'm no professional, just an entertainer. If you need help, seek help. So the 9 of Cups could represent a lot of things. It depends on what it comes out with. It could represent like these are your spirits. It could represent wish fulfillment. It could represent heavy drinking. And with these coming out, you know what I mean? These are telling me like under the moon, they were drinking, wishful thinking, and they made the move. Was it a good move? No. It was for power. I like Scarface. It's a great movie. You know what I mean? But it's like the power got to him, bro. It's kind of sad. Batman here. This, I don't know. This always not clear on specifically what this card clarifies to me, but I mean, to me, it's like friends in high places. You know what I mean? Like, he, at the back of the card, it's like him talking about how he could trust Batman, and he was the only person that wasn't a cop that he can trust. That's what it is. That's what it is, and they try to make a move, you know what I mean? And they promise you the world. They're like, I'll be back before all the petals fall on this flower, and then you realize there was fake plastic freaking flower. And so it's like, they're unstable without you because you picked up intuitively High Priestess card. And your ancestors told the divine told you. And it's like they were trying to trap you, dog. They promised, it was all a lie, and now they feeling fragile. Because you know the truth, and they fucking feel that shit. That feeling of like, when all their lies, and you notice the truth, and they're just like quiet. They don't know what to say. They're on defense mode. They're getting ready to come up with an excuse. But an excuse, you know what I mean, is literally that. It's not the truth. And so it's like, look, I'm sorry. I need you. I'm in my head. Mental imprisonment. I want to come back. Let's do this again. Round 2. They stuck on you, dog. But it's like, it's kind of hard to see, right? It's a lot of Batman. They both on horses. This one's white and that one's black. That one's white and that one's black. Man, you had to fucking struggle. 5 of Pentacles. Y'all both are going through it. This person's going through it mentally. You're going through it in the physical. With your guards up now. And those monitoring spirits, they can't touch you. They thought you were just this delicate little star, little flower. Can't think on your own. The divine got his people, dog. See, they get it twisted. Just because we're sweet, caring, loving, and full of light, they think, you know, we're a helpless little lamb. No, we have all those qualities because we stay in the light, you know? We have honor. We have morals. We have integrity. We have dignity. You know what I mean? So he got us out of that. He's like, nah, you don't deserve this. I do got to put you through it. You know, we all have our particular specific obstacles, our vices in life. But while we're going through it, that's what's fortifying us. That's what's making us strong. That's what's helping us learn to endure. So he has to put us through that. He uses wicked people as a footstool. You know what I mean? And it's like he's grinding you that strength to endure. And he's like, you've endured enough. They blocked. You guarded, and they blocked. You know what I mean? Because you're the token waifu. And they just an android. They fake. They programmed. You know what I mean? They're being controlled by the spirits in them. Satan, bro, always enters the weaker vessel. And I don't mean physically, I mean spiritually weaker. The ones that aren't aware of all the sins, like 7, right? Wrath, envy, gluttony, greed, pride, sloth. I forget the other ones, but it's like, if those are in control of you, then you're being used by dark entities. And so, like, you move, like I said, with honor and integrity. Is it easy? No. That's why he puts us through this. So you can learn that it's worth being a good person. It's worth staying in the light. So you're not fucking, you know, stuck in a mental imprisonment. That's how he gets to your fucking mind. If he could fuck with your mind, your mental, he's got control of you, dog. But as long as you know the truth, that's the truth that sets you free, bro. That's why they say knowledge is power. And you realize the veil's been lifted. Look at that light on all the illusions, all those cups, all those fucking cups, every single lie. You know what I mean? And they coming back for another fucking lie. You're too far gone, bro. Token waifu. Can't be replaced. Can't be replicated. But these fakes can. Anybody could tell a fucking lie. You know what I mean? But it's hard to defend a lie, and it's easier to defend the fucking truth. You know what I'm saying? Who wants to be caught up in that shit? And now it's like you're blossoming. The petals are pedaling. And they were hoping with, all these wish fulfillments to celebrate on trapping you. He was hoping. But it didn't happen that way. And it's like, that this is really their side. Domineering, overbearing, oppressing. You know what I mean? Addicted to your light. That's why they want to bind people of the light, because the divine does not give them that peace, that joy, that love. Because they're being unreal. They're being fake. You know what I mean? So that's why they have to lie and deceive people of the light and trick them. That's why you need to have a strong foundation, bro. So you don't fall to that. But like I said, he puts us through it to be aware of it. You know what I mean? 11:11. So that way you can mature and put them boundaries up. You know what I mean? Because we want to be loving and light and forgiving towards everybody. But, you got to hold people to their word, dog. That's what you got to do. And once you do that, a lot of bridges are going to be burned. But you know what? They're all fucking lies. They're all wasting your time. You know what I mean? Like, yes, everybody's busy. My thing is, it's like, unless I truly know that I have the time, like, I won't tell you, let me know whenever, I got you, because I don't like being let down, so I don't want to let people down. And it's like another thing, it's like, they just completely ghost your ass instead of being like, fuck, bro, I'm sorry, something came up, but I got you tomorrow, or, you know what I mean? It takes a mature human being to do stuff like that, and to actually follow through, you know what I mean? That's what I mean. Like, the devil's a fucking liar. He just wants to trick you to waste your ass, to waste your time. And they don't like your justice. They don't like that you fucking know what's really going on, and that you're celebrating. With like Soul Tribe, with the people that actually resonate with you. We got maturity, lovers, double dragon here, bro. Lovers with the Two of Cups, King of Pentacles, the Empress, victory. We're making a little dragon of their own. I don't know what's going on, but now look at you. Look at that cup. That cup's all bigger than that cup. You know what I'm saying? And it's even got a lid on it. Because remember when you left the collective brokenhearted? Remember that? It was a fake fucking rose. And your ancestors, bro, don't play. They're watching over all the shady shit. Because Divine sees all 1313. You know what I mean? Glinda. It's the good witch, yo. She's got your back. You know what I mean? Your ancestors. Double Empress, bro, with the victory. Heck yeah. That's all 4 queens, dog. King of Panties. Sounds like a good partnership to me. I love y'all. Stay true, stay lit, stay you. That's the peace sign in the most. I always got y'all. Peace.